Very chill day today. Very chill day indeed. Um, yeah, here, hold on. Let me get my tripod set up. We'll see how many people join the live tonight. I'm interested to see on this beautiful Labor Day weekend. College football is going crazy. Bama lost, which I'm not going to talk about much because there's no point in sitting around and complaining about it. But Auburn won. Honestly, they're the only games I've really kept up with. I'll check on the Texas and Ohio State, if I'm correct, was like the game of the weekend or whatever, or game of the week. So, what's up, Carter? What is up? What's up, guys? All right, let me check. Make sure we don't have any assignments due. I shouldn't because I already did some homework earlier, and I checked and I didn't have any assignments due. So we'll see. We will see. This is day 4, I think, 3 or 4 of shaving my face every day to see if I can start growing more facial hair. So I haven't really noticed anything yet. I did notice, and I don't know if this is just me gaslighting myself or not, but I did notice a little bit more, like, you can't see it, of course, but whenever I looked up close in the mirror, Mr. Ghost, what is up, bro? What is up? Dude, Ghost, I'm glad you're here, bro, because Caesarian came and pretty much ruined my live yesterday. It was bad. But yeah, no, I'm continuing my shaving my face every day thing. So, yeah, we're gonna see how that goes until November 1st. And if I have not noticed anything by November 1st, I'm just gonna drop it. Why? Yeah, no, bro, he was just yapping. He was pretty much just the whole time, just being a douchebag, honestly. And I don't know if y'all see a bunch of like my shorts and stuff, but he's been commenting on like a lot of my shorts. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just, I just think he didn't get enough attention as like a child or something, or he might even have some mental stuff going on. But who's my favorite Avenger? Iron Man, easily. Thank you guys for the like. 6'7". Indeed. Delton in here. Yeah, bro, he's been Caesarian's been commenting on all my stuff, and like I said, it doesn't bother me, bro. Like, it really doesn't. But it's just weird, if anything. I don't know why he picks like me, someone who's like a small content creator, just like absolutely crap on every day. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, but like last night, like it was him and like 2 other people, and I couldn't even have like a conversation with other people because he would just spam in chat. Deadpool or Reverend? Reverend, what? But, yeah. But no, Ghost / Nero. If he comes in chat, you know what to do. Do I play Fortnite? I used to. I don't play the game anymore, though, because it's trash. Nah, bro, you're good. Bro, I'm glad you're sleeping. Last time you were telling me like that you just don't sleep. So, dude, congrats. I'm glad you're finally able to freaking sleep. You're like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. I'm awake right now. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you guys for the likes. And I'm in the process of uploading a new video for y'all, so that should be posted. It's either posted already or it's in the process of posting. Thanks, Dalton. I appreciate that, man. Bro, Carter, what are you talking about, dude? Do they love each other? Carter, bro, what kind of question? Dude, what? Yeah, bro, we've been grinding out socials, bro. My Instagram and TikTok have been like steadily gaining followers too, which is nice. Like, especially my Instagram. For the longest time, I was maybe gaining 1 follower like every like 2 weeks, but now I've been gaining like about 3 or 4 followers a week. on both platforms, so it's nice. All right, so the only thing I had to do today was that kinesiology 1100 assignment, and that's been graded and submitted. And then tomorrow in kinesiology 3650, I have a quiz due. So. Bro, I want to get pretty far on social media and stuff. But I don't ever want to be Mr. Beast famous, bro. Which, being like a gym content creator, like, I don't think you will, just because Mr. Beast. Think about it, like Mr. Beast, his content is like just about anyone can kind of relate to. So that's why he's got such a big following. And also, he has like 20 different channels for each different language. Like he has Mr. Beast like Espanol, Mr. Beast, like it's crazy. But I don't ever want to be I don't ever want to be that famous. I don't, bro. And then you're constantly like, I think once you get that big too, like just so many people have so many different opinions about you. And I'm one of those people, I care a lot about what people think about me. I know that's not the best, and I don't let it get to like an unhealthy I don't let it get to like an unhealthy point, if that makes sense. Like I don't stress about it, but like I feel like if you get that famous, like the amount of people who hate your content, like I don't like Mr. Beast. Hot take, I don't like him. I think now, like over the last like 2 or 3 years, I think he's kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Beast is just redoing his old content. You want to get famous? I mean, I want to. I want to be like have like an audience and stuff. I want to be able to make like a career out of social media, but I don't ever want to be like a Mr. Beast level YouTuber. Like my goal is just to hit like 1 million subs one day. What is up, Amber? But you know, my goal is just I would like to hit 1 million subs one day. But yeah. And like you see how becoming yeah, I would love to open a gym one day, bro, but that's really expensive. Like it's a lot of money, but I would love to do that one day, which is something like probably like don't if I'm just saying, just because I like looking at things from a positive viewpoint, especially my goals. If I do make it pretty big on YouTube and like social media in general, I might try to open my own gym one day. Yeah, exact. Like I don't want to be like famous like that. Like I don't know. And you see how like fame, even like I'm not gonna talk about like Hollywood and stuff like that, but fame, even in the sense of like big YouTubers, like me, I've always watched a lot of like Markiplier, PewDiePie, even DanTDM and all those guys, and like if you look how it's like negatively affected them, like I'm about to explain it. PewDiePie, he got to the point where he just got burnt out, and he was like, I have like because now he has a wife, a kid, and so like he still uploads, but he maybe uploads like once a week. Back whenever he used to upload daily, and then you have people like DanTDM who they still enjoy it and stuff like that, but fatigue also takes part in that too, and also like Markiplier, Markiplier just doesn't have the same energy he used to have, which nothing like I still love watching his content, but you can just see how like getting super famous, like dude, PewDiePie was the biggest, had the most subscribers on YouTube for like 10 years, bro. Markiplier was like and still is like one of the most well-known YouTubers, and DanTDM is like the Minecraft guy, and you've just seen how getting ultra famous on social media has kind of like negatively affected their life in a sense. Like, don't get me wrong, they've been blessed, but yeah, bro. Love your videos, thank you. I've been trying to upload some more in the last few days. So I've got one. It's either uploaded or in the process of uploading right now. But, yeah, I don't ever want to be famous. I just want to be, like, decently known. Like, if I can get, like, to 1 million subscribers one day, that's my goal. Yeah, exactly. Self-care, you said it perfectly, bro. What's up, Noxy? Yeah, like you can see that with Mr. Beast, bro. Like the way he was talking. Like, I don't know if y'all watched that stream, that donation stream he did with XQC and Aiden Ross, where it was like they just hit up. First off, asking random, like completely random, like streamers and stuff like that to donate like $1 million is insane. Whenever Mr. Beast has enough money where he could donate like half of his like money that he has and be able to like triple their goal, yeah, no. But no, Mr. Beast, his ego and stuff is like crazy, and he doesn't even act like he acts like a robot, bro. Like, it's kind of sad to see, because I remember watching him whenever he would do like the staring at a screen for like 48 hours stuff, and like he had like a pretty funny personality, and now it's like, and plus there's been so much shady stuff with like their community, like Jake the Viking, he used to be on, y'all remember him, he was like the big jack dude with like a beard, he used to be like in their videos and stuff, and then he left, and he's talked about how much drama he's had with them. The whole Chris situation is insane, and yes, I'm calling him Chris, bro, he is a man. But yeah, donating to Mr. Beast is like pouring a cup of water in the ocean, bro. Like he makes so much money, and like, hey, he grinded YouTube, bro. Like, he's earned what he's gotten. But I just think, I don't know. I don't like his content really. I haven't watched, the only Mr. Beast video I've watched in the last like 3 or 4 years was whenever he did the like losing 100 pounds like 100 days thing or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But well, the only assignment I have due today I've done, so I don't have to worry about that. And then tomorrow I have a quiz. Nothing due. Monday. Tuesday, 1 assignment. Wednesday, 2 assignments. Okay, this really shouldn't be too bad. All right. August 30th. That's been graded. I got 90 on it. Ghost, you, my man, were a good choice to make moderator. You're my only moderator so far, but you were a great choice to make moderator. Oh man. And I get the notifications for it too. Yeah, every single one of her. Thank you guys. We got another like. Yeah, thank you, Ghost. Thank you. Oh my gosh, bro. Mods, ban him. Oh, that's funny, bro. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that then for my kinesiology 3000. Yeah, for real, bro. I just try to ignore it. Like, I don't know, because I don't want to be mean. At the same time, it's like stop talking. I don't know. All right, so yeah, that's not due until September 4th. Chapter 2 is fully done. All right, man, 90 on that. And the one assignment I had today, completed, man, 90 on it, graded. All right. I sometimes it's like a bot account though, like, and sometimes it's some of my friends being goofy on like fake accounts. Like there was, I think her name was Samantha. One of my buddies came and made like a fake YouTube account called Samantha, and he was like just being weird in chat. And I had a feeling it was like one of them, and he like one of my friends was like, "Hey, by the way, that was what's his face?" And I was like, and I was like, I figured.
Every continent has a megatheropod that stands head and shoulders above the
Yeah,
rest
I've
of the
watched the
region.
new Fantastic
North
Four. It
America
was
has
very
T-Rex.
mid, super
South
overhyped.
America has Giganotosaurus. Africa has Carcharodontosaurus. Has Torvosaurus. Australia has.
Kill about my girlfriend. Well, the thing is I ignore it. And plus, I mean, I can't help what other people say. So, and my girlfriend, plus, like, she's in a lot of these. She's come to a lot of these lives, and also, I mean, I talked to her about it. So, and she's told me, she said it doesn't bother her just because I ignore it. All right, see you, Carter. I watch a Sam Sulek video, but yeah, no, my girlfriend, she's like I talked to her about it, and she was like, you can't help that, like what other people say, so. But I don't know. And plus, it's pretty easy to ignore people when they're just being weird. I think it's funny. And whenever you have great mods who ban people, it's even funnier. Oh, yeah, I forgot Sam's in London. Let's see what this Q&A is about.
Statement. Car talks will return. They are. It gets a little tricky to do them.
Bro.
Kind of all running around in different sort of Ubers and groups. The last couple days have been very busy. Let's just say that.
Chat, do any of y'all watch Sam Sulek?
Still pretty solid. So let's see what we're looking at here. So whenever I post Q&As or anything like that, it's always just I'll get the first 20.
Dude, I hope my lats are sore. I tried a new lat movement today, the like lat pull-over machine, and dude, I felt it a lot. So I hope I freaking feel it tomorrow.
Let's see. Aiden Crisp.
Ghost has the power right now.
Best advice for bulking with a full-time job. I just started my bulk and I need some tips. So I'll tell you this. This is honestly probably my best tip that I can think of beyond saying. Oh,
so chat, what have y'all been doing today? What y'all been up to?
Like, that's not wrong.
Did y'all have a good day, meh day, bad day? What's up?
Like there's no helpful information when people say that, right? Or like when it's, oh dude, you can't lose fat. Just eat less food. Like that's true, but that's not a tip. So the way I look at it in terms of planning, if you're busy with anything, and your actual overall
thank you, Ghost. I appreciate you, bro.
Is like a high priority. Then what I'm thinking is you get essentially a certain window of time.
Someone told me a few days ago, they're like, hey, you need to make a Discord for mods. I was like,
maybe 600 calories, and you're aiming for 3,600.
I don't know. I was like, I don't really feel like doing all that. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And plus, like, I'm not big enough to need like a mod group. Like, I watch Joe Bartolozzi a lot, and if you don't know who he is, I'm surprised, but he's a very big streamer. And like he has like his personal mods and stuff in his chat, but he also pulls like insane numbers in his like Twitch. But I don't know, just right now, if I have like people who come in my lives a lot and are consistent and are cool and not weird, I will make them a mod. But for now, Ghost, you're the only mod I have, so.
Let me actually calculate this. What I'm trying to say is, you've got to eat.
I'm surprised he's Sarian has not joined. If he joins, bro, Ghost, you know what to do.
Across that time frame. So 15 hours, 6 meals. So, yeah, okay, every 2.5 hours. Actually, that makes sense. There we go. So if you're having a 600-calorie meal every 2.5 hours, at least on average, right? There's no point in, like, a meal every 2 hours, but the gist is...
We haven't gotten too many people in tonight, so...
to actually get all of that food in. And if you get too far behind, you're kind of screwed, right? I've been there where, it's 11 o'clock at night. I was busy. I was doing something. I had tests. I had whatever. I got to eat 2,000 calories right before bed. That's not a good setup. And if you try to stay up late and play catch up, and then you're going to throw your sleep off. You're going to wake up late. You're probably not going to start eating as early in the morning because you're going to be busy and stuff.
Bro, yeah, no, we have not got
And it's
many
just
people
this
on the
loop,
live tonight.
right? So that just
I don't know.
sucks. So
I feel like my
if you
live
can
numbers have not been
plan
as
for
crazy in the
making
last
sure
like
you have
week. Like,
either
I don't know.
access to food
I don't know.
or just pack a meal.
I feel like they haven't
right? Like, let's say
been
you leave at 7,
as high as they
Yeah,
were
I
like
mean,
my
lunch
first
till
week
noon.
going live, but
right? 2.5 hours.
we're still
of
getting
food,
subs and still having people
9:30,
come in and
pack
interact.
a
So
meal, and then you're good. And it doesn't have to be a full
And plus it's
chicken
a
and rice sort of thing. either.
Saturday night on
Like,
Labor
go
Day
to,
weekend, a lot of
on
people
the
probably
go,
doing
something
stuff.
quick is usually 2
Probably
scoops
busy.
of protein,
Doing stuff.
and then some, depending on what your carb intake is, 2, maybe 3 packets of dried instant oatmeal of a flavor that, hopefully matches the protein. Like chocolate strawberry, that's decent.
I'm
Chocolate.
hungry though. I'm probably gonna get my last meal of the day in after this live and go to sleep after that.
What's the orange oatmeal powder packet flavor? Peach. Yeah, chocolate peach. It's a little funky, right? But as long as you know that if you're going to be gone or not, in access to food for like a certain amount of time, planning a meal right in the middle so that you don't have this huge gap of no intake in the day, that's going to be a good setup.
Yeah, this
Isaac
live I'll
Coleman,
probably
111.
stay live for like an
Have you started
hour,
Meal prepping. Not
and then
yet. Not
after
yet.
that I'll probably get off.
Right now, I
But
could describe
we're only
my
21
diet
minutes deep, so
as
we'll
grazing.
see what
Right? I'm
the
tracking everything. I'm making
rest
sure
of the
I'm
hour
about the same amount of food.
unfolds.
But since I'm not even dieting yet.
I do need to get some more groceries
pure
tomorrow.
sense of being in a very strict deficit. Because it's right in the beginning.
I do
You know,
need to
I'm
get more
going
groceries
from,
tomorrow
Over the course of these next
I need more milk
4 or 5 months.
for protein powder
Now,
or to make
beginning,
protein shakes.
you
Because I already have
crazy
pre-made
amount of food,
protein shakes, like the ones that you can
like
buy,
upwards
but I
of
also have protein powder, and I
3,500,
like
4,000
mixing it in with
calories or
milk.
so. That's a surplus.
I need to buy some more
to eventually
protein shakes too.
probably in the low 2000s.
And I'm probably I'm pretty
Now,
good
you
on
need to
supplements
drop
right now.
off
I'll probably need to buy some more
instantly.
protein powder in the
And
next
kinda
like
ease
week.
it downward
But
gradually.
ashwagandha
So
and
if
fish
I'm
oils,
starting,
I'm
a
chilling.
bulking
Multivitamin,
diet,
I'm chilling. I might
then
need
just
some more
to switch into
L-carnitine in the next like
maintenance,
week or two. Creatine,
that's
I'm
kind of
chilling.
on
So
track with that
Yeah.
downward scaling. So over the course of probably the next month and a half, that's when it'll get a bit more important for me to actually make sure that all my meals are perfectly, or at least, properly timed and sized. Because if I
But
set
my,
myself up for failure,
content I
don't eat
posted
anything
earlier, my
until,
shorts
like,
and
3
stuff
o'clock,
is doing pretty good. I'm wondering how my YouTube
odds
video
are
is
I'm gonna be
doing.
so hungry, I'm just gonna
Because I know it's
keep
definitely
eating,
uploaded
and
by
then
now.
overshoot
Hopefully,
my deficit.
it should
Or,
be.
if I eat all my food,
I know,
by 3 o'clock,
honestly, the stuff that probably gets
now,
the
what am I supposed to do? Go
least
from 3 o'clock
amount
until I
of
go to bed,
views
wake up the next morning,
and
and eat
likes
nothing?
is
That's not going to work either. So
my
that's kind
YouTube
of from the
videos. Like
point of
my
making sure
lives
that
have a lot of
even
interaction. My
bulking,
like
I'll
YouTube
cover
Shorts,
everything,
TikTok, and
eating
Instagram
space,
stuff that gets a
meal
lot of
intake
views.
system
Especially my
throughout the
Instagram
day,
and TikTok have
so you
been
can actually get in
gaining a
all that
lot
food.
lately, which has been nice.
It's almost the same in reverse when you're trying to
I
diet,
don't know,
except now the point is you're
I
just
don't
trying
know.
to keep yourself at a baseline.
but like my other social media has been
so that
growing a
you're
lot
not
too.
so
And like by a
hungry
lot, I mean it's not
that
like
you
I'm getting
have
like
to, like,
10 followers a
really
day.
overeat. and
But I've been
overdo
gaining
it.
like a follower
Because
just about
like
every
every
single
day
day
is
for the last like
let's
week
say it's 9
on
o'clock.
TikTok and
You go
Instagram,
to
which has
bed
been
at 10,
nice.
you go to bed at 11. You were good all day. Like,
And then my shorts are doing, and I think it's just because I have a lot more
But then
subscribers, but my
you
shorts have
go
been
to
averaging like
sleep
around like
dark.
1,000 views now.
You're
Back when
sleeping,
like
but
3 weeks
also
ago, my average was
hungry.
like 400 to 600, which is insane. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I'm wanting to see if my YouTube videos will start to kind of go up anytime soon because right now they're kind of just
A sleeve of graham
they're
crackers
not really
can
doing
easily
anything too crazy.
go from 200
Thank you,
calorie
Ghost.
deficit to 200 calorie surplus. And sure, you were good all day.
I don't know
and
if
right at the end of it,
Amber is
you're
like
just
one of my
gonna blow it
friends
with
on like
some
a
graham crackers.
like alt
And
account
that's
or
not
what, but
that's
I
not
don't
meant to be
know. I'm starting to
condescending,
think it's
I've
not.
done that before, right?
Because usually
So
they would have
kind of,
left
you
already or
almost hit
something,
someone's
or like said
face,
something that
and
I
you
would
were
have
saying
that would have
back
indicated that I
to
knew it
yourself.
was them. So I don't know.
But yeah, not meal prepping exactly yet.
Bro.
But let's keep listening. When's the Kyriakos?
Yeah, my shorts have been doing very good though.
Kyriakos Grizzly collab. It's not planned.
Like, I still
I
haven't
think
gotten
he's
more than my
probably-
most viewed short got
he's probably got other
2,000
stuff going on.
views,
But I'll keep you
and I
updated.
still
If
haven't
that
beaten
actually
that.
changes,
But in terms of like
you'll see.
consistency, like
You'll
my
get
shorts
those
used to
ones,
be
you'll
like
see.
where I'd get like
How important is
200,
stretching?
400, 2,000, then 200, 400. But now it's like
It
very
depends on what you're
consistently
doing,
like at about
right?
1,000,
Like
which
back
is
when I was
nice.
doing all the gymnastics and diving stuff, or even now, like anytime I go to the pool and I try to bust something out, I do want to lean.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if you've seen the like Mike Israel thing where he like sits there and he's like, but I was at my friend's apartment and they have like a actually really surprisingly good apartment gym, and I was like, let me just do the Mike Israel thing. He recorded the whole thing and he makes like a lot of like brain rot edits like that. And he made an edit of it and I was like, I need to post this, bro.
Could be worked on. And the big
I want to start
idea, I
posting
think the
like
more important
funny
is
stuff like that, just
if
because
we
like
can
I have
just
such a
gain
like me and my
increase
friends have such a
ability.
stupid
The
sense
one
of
thing that
humor,
I actually noticed
and I'm like, bro, like
lifting-wise,
I don't know. I want to start posting more stuff like that. So
a curl, you're never really stretching.
okay, yeah, I think
But with
I
squats,
don't even
when
know,
I'm
bro.
in the off season, full of carbs, just the like increase.
I wonder where everyone else
intramuscular
is tonight,
glycogen
though.
in
We
water
don't
stores,
have many people in here.
It makes me tighter, like all over, right? Like for me to probably like reach my hands as far back as they can right now. If I was bulked up, an extra 10 pounds, 12 pounds heavier than right now, I'd probably get a little bit, less range of motion. So that hits me in squats. Like for me to get under the bar for a squat, even now I kind of have to loosen up my shoulders on the uprights, but it does get a little tricky where I really have to loosen up even to get the bar that far back. And so I think stretching increases
Yeah,
in
I don't know. It's just
importance,
crazy how just in the last like few
basically
weeks,
in proportion
my social
with your
media has
muscle
grown, like
balance.
especially
Like,
since I started doing
everyone
lives
has,
help. But
sport
like
or
my
something.
TikTok and Instagram's been
There's always
growing a lot, too.
specific stretching, but I think you should probably do it.
schizophrenic or
It's not the end of the
autistic. Who
world.
knows?
But we should all be doing it, right?
But yeah. But
These are good
I mean,
ones,
I have
too.
no one to thank but God, of
Block
course,
A.
for that, and
How much
you
merit
guys.
do you think these full body every other day and upper lower guys?
It's something I like pray
to
about a
this
lot
stuff?
lately. Has been
I
like
feel
talking
to see
like
how splits
just
really
praying that
affect
if it's the
things in
Lord's
long
will
run,
for my social media
aside
to
from just
grow,
giving you a solid routine
and
to do
He's blessed me
lifts
with that,
over
and
and over
also
again.
you guys though, because like I wouldn't have
So this is where it gets a little bit more
a social media
subjective,
platform
right? Because I mean, a lot of
if I didn't have anyone
bro
like
sciencey,
following
not
and
even
stuff,
bro
and
science, but like
so that's why I appreciate you
working out, it
guys.
can be
Whether you're a
explained
YouTube
away
only, Instagram
to
only,
make
TikTok
sense
only, or all
with
three.
being two very different routines.
It's amazing.
Right? Like someone could very easily explain.
We got
full
another
body
like.
every
Thanks
day,
to whoever did that.
right? Like if you do like a full workout, like 8 sets for one day of quads, sure you're getting stimulation, but you're building up so much lactic acid, it's just not going to work because you're actually hindering your gains. What you should really do is just 1 set every day.
I love Sam's Q&A videos, but sometimes his energy is so mundane.
Disclaimer, this video is educational and informative in nature. Do not contact
What is
any-
this, Coach Colton? Let's see what
Disclaimer,
Coach Colton's
this video
posted.
is educational and informative in nature. Do not contact anyone shown in this video. Also, this video is discussing
6
steroids.
a.m.
Do
Sam
not
Silik is
use
fake.
steroids.
Sam
This
is not
entirely
fake.
for
What?
educational and
Sam is
entertainment
not
purposes
fake.
only.
It's a genetic anomaly. You know this guy. We've talked about it before on this channel. He's also just talked about in general a lot on social media all over the place because he's a 22-year-old bodybuilder who looks like he's been blasting his brains out for the past 10 years, except it's only been for the past 3, I think. So maybe worse because, I mean, to get to the point, you gotta be using a lot
Yeah,
of
he's
steroids.
not natural.
Recently,
He's never
he
said
had
that
some
he's
gyno
natural or
surgery
anything like
done,
that.
and I
Yeah,
think
he's on.
people
I mean,
did
he's
a great
definitely on
job,
gear.
Whoever surgeons were, they got
I mean, he's definitely on gear, but Sam has never in his videos been like, hey, I'm natural. So I don't have a problem with people being on steroids. I choose not to do them. But if people are open about it or aren't trying to be fake natties and they're on steroids, I see no problem with it. Plus, that's his
Because
passion.
of that, you didn't know, gynosurgery requires some recovery. It's generally recommended to take quite a few weeks off of training, and usually this is coincided with taking some time off the Sazul for people. So when Splen, I think that's how you say it, took some time off of the gear after having been pushing it pretty hard for a long time to a point in which his skin starts to turn purple, which, by the way, we've talked about.
Well,
this
yeah,
before,
steroids
so
are
they're
drugs.
not good side effect of steroid usage. In fact, it usually means that blood is coagulating in the surface of your skin and not recirculating, and that definitely leads to me having.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't have a problem with it if you're open about it.
Possible issues with blood clotting, but we move on to the next subject. Sven got
But now, if you're like a
surgery,
fake natty or
and I
something
think
like that,
it looks
big
phenomenal. It looks
no-no.
good. But there's one problem. He's had to come off the gear. He's had to come off the Sizzle, and he shrunk down. He posted this reel about it.
Should I show them my guy? Yes, let's show you my guy now. I'm still wearing this. What's it called?
Crop top.
Crop top.
It's called the corset vest.
I haven't checked the tortoise man shoulders, so I haven't seen the hay. And you guys know it.
Don't take it off for
My
it.
back is already sore. Or like, not sore, but like
It
tender.
looks so flat. Wow. Yeah. You don't need to.
Okay. I'm gonna get jacked as fuck. I know I'm smart, ignore this. Imagine when
Baby,
I'm
you're
full,
not
I'm big,
smart.
I'm lean. No, I'm not.
What?
But I will fix that.
I hope it gets more people in here
Wait,
later
you
or
don't
something, bro.
realize you look healthy, right?
No, I actually ran out of ground beef, mac and cheese. But my family's coming up tomorrow, and my grandma made a bunch more of it and is sending it up with them. So I'm gonna have some more. Lately, I've just been eating the last couple days breakfast casserole and
by the way, a phenomenal
baked-
girlfriend.
baked
If I ever had a
potatoes
support like
and,
that, I wouldn't have mommy issues.
ground
But
beef,
we're here anyway.
sausage,
he
or
has
just beef
some
sausage.
problems with how he looks. He's a little bit smaller. Why does this happen? Obviously, there's not as much juice going in as we've talked
Make
about.
ASMR?
There's
No.
training happening. Also,
No.
you're gonna deflate. When you take
That'd be
steroids,
funny,
you
but
get
no.
nitrogen retention, glycogen retention,
Like,
and even
eating ASMR and
increased muscular
mukbangs, I think are just, like,
triglyceride
s-
retention. All
very
increasing
interesting.
the cross-sectional area of a muscle, or in other words, how big it looks. And when you stop taking those things, you lose some of those adaptations, thus looking much, much smaller. Even if you actually don't lose that much contractile tissue, you're just less inflamed, less big as you would normally be blasting. Because of this, Sven isn't so happy. He's a little bit discouraged. He says he looks ugly of all things, just correlating to his physique alone. His girlfriend then says, you look fine, you look big, and in fact, you look healthy. Your skin looks healthy.
I know I'm smart, ignore this. Imagine when
Baby,
I'm
you're
full,
not
I'm big,
smart.
I'm lean. No, I'm not. I don't like it.
What?
But I will fix that soon. You just think that.
Sven, you do realize you look healthy, right?
I do.
Yes, your skin cleared up. You look healthy.
That's boring.
My subs, you mean like where are they like, why are they not live or like what am I at? Because I'm at 220, as I checked last, 224 subs.
35. Like, bro,
But
is
hopefully
looking
after this,
fucking old,
I'll be at,
man.
like,
and the fact
230.
that he was able to de-age, de-inflate himself, facially speaking at least, during this period of time, which is just a small time off of the pharmacology, probably a good sign that maybe there should just be a lower dose being applied over a longer period of time, or maybe there should just be a break altogether.
Max
Stick to
average,
TRT,
nah. I get it. Other
but
people have
stay
lives
lean,
and
but
stuff,
don't
like,
push for the
other people have
extreme.
stuff going on,
Especially
so
at this young
it doesn't
age.
bother me.
And in this instance, I mean, you have a
I just
guy
do these
who's
just so
publishing
whoever
all sorts
wants to
of
join can
content
join and just-
inflating
and
how
just
great it is
chat,
to be on
and
steroids,
if new
showing
people wanna
purple
come in and
skin,
chat
wearing
too and
masks,
subscribe
and
that,
doing
but
really weird movements in the
I am
gym
gonna start
that
doing some more lives
actually
actually
triggers
in the
people
gym and
to
stuff
people.
while I'm
But
working
the
out
fact
too,
of the matter is,
but-
he's embracing that gear look, that drug look, where you're inflamed.
You have cats?
7,
Nope.
You're dead, you're big, you're
Well,
puffy. And while sure this
back
might
at my
make you
family's
cool to a
place,
couple
yeah, we have
group of
2
guys
cats,
in the
but
gym and
up here,
maybe a
no.
couple people on the internet. In real life, I think most of us would
Back
agree
at my
that
family's
this
place,
isn't
we have 2
really
cats, 2
desirable
dogs,
look.
and
It's
a guinea pig.
overall just sort of off-putting.
We've always
in
had a
general.
lot of
Something
pets in
that
the
you
house.
wouldn't want your best friend to be suffering with, if you want to call it that. You just look at this guy's transformation. The other crazy thing is that he looks so good like 2 years ago, and his physique is outstanding, and it's gotten to a point where there's, you know, questionable behaviors that are definitely influenced by sponsors, by social media, and much, much more. But man, homie in 2 years ago looked like an elite physique and could have definitely taken like the Alex Eubank route as opposed to the genetic anomaly route, and still made a ton of money, still done really
Free
well for
protein,
himself,
that's
and
crazy.
been really happy.
Free
and
protein
genuine.
is
And what
insane.
we experience now is a guy that has over receding hairline, a guy that's 22 years old, looking at
Hey, when
having
desperate
gray
times call
hair
for
in
desperate
probably another
measures.
year or two, a guy that is
I'm just
aged
playing.
beyond
Don't
belief
cancel me.
and still is planning to be blasting for a fucking long time to come. It's questionable at best to say where this is going to head, and it's very interesting to kind of hear his girlfriend say, "Hey, you look so healthy."
Dude,
And
that's
him
crazy.
blatantly
That
saying,
is crazy.
"No, I'm ugly. We'll change this
That
soon,"
is crazy.
And disregard the fact that there's clear and obvious signs that things aren't going so great. But this isn't just in Sven. We see this in
Do
a
I
lot
have
of
a
people,
dog?
actually everywhere, including
not like
myself.
personally,
I've
but
shown
my family.
transformation on this channel many times
Back where
before.
I'm from,
Levi
have a
Conley
couple.
is a male model. He was a fitness model, and he started to get really into bodybuilding and pursue that as one of his outlets, his hobbies. And he publicly made a statement saying that, you know, hey, some people have followed me for years. They're upset that I've changed my physique, my body, my face, but he doesn't want to stay sexy year round. He wants to compete in bodybuilding. He wants to, you know, just get jacked, you know, ultimately. And this transformation is just a couple years long, and he goes from looking very young, very handsome, which, don't get me wrong, the dude's still extremely handsome even when he's, you know, blasting the sizzle.
That's
but
crazy.
you can see how quickly it looks like he aged, and just about every facial feature, his face has changed. I mean, his jawline, his
Yeah, I'm watching a
brow
video
ridge,
right
his
now talking about
nose,
how
his ears,
like
they
body
all look a little
dysmorphia
bit
affects
different,
like so
and
many
he
like
looks
people in
way older.
bodybuilding so
His
much,
face is
which
even a little
is
bit more
true.
puffier. This is the reality that no one wants to
It's crazy
talk about
how
and take it from
so many
college.
people,
You wanna
like-
see something even crazier? I got you. This
Especially whenever
influencer
they get on
has
gear.
not edited any of these photos. This is just a true side by side, literally as she is.
But I don't know, bro. That's another reason why I don't want to hop on gear,
Closest
just
to
because
you
I already
is
have like
something for-
naturally like really bad body dysmorphia, and I feel like if I went on steroids, it'd be 10 times worse.
Who you are, such a beautiful thing, such a rare thing, and when it's gone, man, it's really gone. So crazy times, man. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. I just thought it was really interesting to cover all this together.
What next video do I want to watch? Audio
Of all
gone.
the predators, to
I think it was because someone was calling me. I'll call it was one of my friends. I'll call him back later after this. What?
The progression of human society, whether socially, technologically, or medically, which I know you dork can be kind of interchangeable, has always involved the
Logan said hi. Oh, Hatch is in here. Wait, what Logan?
Larry wheels can lift the weight of a small.
Bro,
Jurassic
okay,
World
goes.
Rebirth
Can you
was met
get
with
Amber
mediocre
out of here,
reviews.
please? It's getting words too much. Mods, ban him.
High school candidate.
All right, thanks. Goes, can you go ahead and like time her out for like way longer?
Ladies and gentlemen.
After 2 years of sitting on the shelf, The Toxic Avenger is finally released in theaters. Based on the cult classic movies by Troma of the same name, we follow Peter Dinklage, who plays Winston, a janitor who
We got another. Ugh, I can't speak. We got another like. Thank you guys.
What if I told you there was a man so
Welcome back. We're in the.
Dang, bro. No one's joining the live tonight. I don't know what's wrong, bro. I don't know what's wrong, bro. Transformers Age of Extinction is free on YouTube. What? How many Transformers movies are free on YouTube? What the heck, bro? Bro. No, it doesn't like bother me. It's just like some people are just weird, bro. But also, I never know if it's like one of my friends on like an alt account just trying to be funny.
maybe get the mic.
Okay.
Professional YouTuber. Hello, number one.
Ghost, I think you're gonna need to. Do your thing again.
Hey, did you guys know that One Punch Man Season 3 drops in like 3 months? Now, I don't want to get on here and start a fear-mongering campaign, but personally, I'm starting to get just a tad bit worried about the lack of marketing, interviews, or just general information being published by the people making this anime, whether it be Shonen Jump, JC Staff, or Murata. So, in this video, what I'll be attempting to do is go through basically everything we know so far about this upcoming season, from the good to the bad, while giving some general speculation and opinions.
Mods!
And then from there, you can decide whether or not it's time to start dooming, or if hope is still alive. By the way, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, make sure to drop a like. It helps out more than you could ever imagine, and a thank you. Ever since the One Punch Man anime ended its second run all the way back in 2019, so 6 years at this point, fans of the series have been clamoring and craving for a continuation for a multitude of reasons. Primarily, I believe, because the subsequent arc is hailed as the best in the manga by far. And judging by all the hype from the time that those chapters were airing, in addition to some of the images and story beats that I've seen, I can definitely see why it's praised in such a manner. Especially since Garo, who is...
You said it's a new account?
Outlandish to say, most people's
if it was made 7 days ago, then yeah, it's probably one of my friends just trying to be stupid.
In a much more significant way than before. And the character writing, development, and
I don't even know,
takes
bro.
place is top-notch. In short, the hype is justified. Now, secondarily, I strongly believe the reason why there is so much
Unemployed
anticipation
final
for this
boss.
third season is because many hold the opinion that when this anime switched studios from Madhouse to JC Staff, the crown of quality that the show had once held was disgraced by the time the first trailer dropped for season 2. Just off of the very first preview, it was abundantly apparent that things were going to look different, which... oh boy, they did.
Brother,
and I stated previously that many held the opinion that when this anime switch studio things got worse, it's basically an objective fact that almost every facet of the second season is a downgrade from the first. Now, as much as I myself have taken part in the ragdolling of the studio for failing to live up to the standard that Madhouse established, in all actuality, I don't believe that what JC Staff had managed to accomplish in the time that they were given was that bad. Especially when you take into account just how special Season 1 truly was in terms of how it came to be and came to be so good. Shingo Natsume, the director of the project, basically pulled off a miracle when it came to its creation. If I'm not mistaken here, the first season of One Punch Man was not given a crazy budget, nor a super lengthy production schedule, like how Dragon Ball
What's up,
Daima
Will?
was, which started its production.
What is up, Will? Finally, someone new in the chat. Thank you.
Aired in 2025.
Ghost.
Natsume just was
Ghost
and
out here being
still is
sus,
a
bro.
very well-connected individual in the industry. So
Thanks,
he
Will.
used
You too,
the
man.
ties he had gained over the years to
Wait,
ask
Will, you've been in my
other
life before,
freelance
actually. Never mind.
animators
I remember
for
you.
this passion project, which in turn transformed
Will
what
Nicole,
probably
sorry.
would have been a solid
I think I might have said
adaptation of a
Nicholas.
popular shonen manga into a stellar and celebrated icon of the medium, which shot the overall series' popularity to the moon.
What is up? How you been,
Replicating
Will?
what was done, or even to just
How
a
have you
similar
been?
extent, was most likely impossible. And I can only imagine how much of a hassle
You got a new
it must
phone?
have
What
been
new-
to get
what phone
that
did you get?
much talent to work on something, let alone all the new pressure from the studio or
Not
Shueisha
brown
or
stick.
whoever to immediately start work on a season 2 after seeing so much success. Which is what I'm imagining eventually led to the switch. JC could get it done.
Oh, you got an
if he
Android?
wanted, but
I gotcha.
Madhouse just couldn't.
No hate, but
Unfortunately, though, the
I didn't know
person
if you got
at
a
the
new
top
iPhone or
making
something.
these decisions obviously didn't
I don't even know
account
what
for
the newest
massive
Android is.
backlash the second season would get due to the dip in quality. So, to circle back around, the One Punch Man anime ended its second season's run all the way back in 2019. It's been 6 years. I'm pretty sure they haven't been working on a third season that entire time. But taking all factors into account, I think it's safe to assume that when October rolls around, there will be a stark contrast from JC Staff's work in 2019 and 2025.
Oh
And
my
saying that,
gosh.
though,
I can't
would
say
be
anything
remiss
without
not
being
to
like
mention the two action
quoted.
movies in animation for this upcoming season that have been released to the public. They both tell an interesting story, one that reaffirms the hope of a course correction, kinda, and the other, well, let's just say I hope it's an outlier. Kinda.
I've never had like
Anyways,
a
the first bit was
Samsung,
released a little over a year ago
Android,
and
anything like
primarily
that. I've always
delivers
just
an
had
action sequence
iPhones.
between Garo, Royal Ripper, and Bug God. In this very short teaser, we're preview to an insanely well choreographed and animated fight scene between the three. That's fluid, colorful,
What am I doing?
and
I'm just
brings
watching
about a
YouTube.
genuine spark of hope.
Just
because
watching
this was
YouTube
the
and chilling.
first
I'm
ever
gonna
footage of the
go to
studio
sleep after
decided to
this, so
release for season
I'm gonna stay
3.
live for about
That
15 more
sends a
minutes.
received message that the feedback from the previous season has been received and taken seriously, and
Bro.
an understanding of just how much
I
is
think you're missing
riding
the
on the
B
quality
in
of
Bass
their
Pro
work
Shop.
this time around. It was good to come right out of the gate swinging,
Phones are also
especially
just
after the lack of
expensive, bro.
communication for a
So
multitude
expensive.
of years. It is important to note, though, that this bit of animation was pre-animated, which is something I'll explain later on, but the quality of animation still rings true in that reference to the spark of hope. However, as great as that first bit of animation
iPhone
was,
is trash.
the very
I'd say
next
iPhone's
bit that
trash.
they
They're just
decided to release
expensive.
garnered
I have a
very
16 Pro
different
Max I got for my
reaction from the
birthday, and it is
Instead
great.
of being one small but brilliantly animated fight scene that sends shockwaves of hype throughout the fandom, it's a 42-second trailer that shows off some of the
Okay,
Pearl
bro.
heroes and Saitama in a far less epic way. Still images coded in a very strange aura take up a lot of screen time for this trailer, and the very little amount of actual animation we get in it evokes nowhere near the same level of interest. It's not bad or anything, but it is a very miscalculated step from the marketing division, at least in my opinion. That, coupled with the fact that this entire trailer was also pre-animated, made by one person, and with that being the case means that basically all of its contents won't even be in the actual show when the season
Alright.
airs. Again, it just screams miscalculated step. Before I get ahead of myself, though, there
Well,
are
whoever
two different
Amber
things that
is,
can be discerned from these actions.
banned for the next
One
24
is
hours,
the
so.
Doom Way, which goes like this. Because of
It says
the general
86,000
lack of promotional
seconds.
material for a show that's dropping in less than half a year, along with the pre-animated
I think it's
trailers
one of
that
my
in no way
friends
give a real look
on
at the
an
episodes
alt
we'll
account
be
that's still
seeing. This says that
regardless,
the
it's getting to the
production
point where it's
of
kind of
season
weird.
three
It's
has
not
been
even
plagued
funny.
by a myriad of issues, which has left the entire season in a state that mirrors season 2, or may
I'm not too
even
sure.
be worse considering how much grander the material is that they're supposed to be adapting. Now, the other way to look at it is more optimistic, which goes like this. Because of
You
the
can like or
general
sub,
lack of
whatever you wanna do,
promotional
man.
material for a show that's dropping in essentially less than half a year, along with the
Yeah, that's the
pre-animated
thing,
trailers
Jack.
that in no
I know
way give
it's
a real
not
look at the
you.
episodes we'll be seeing,
So I feel like it
this
might be
means
you
that the
or somebody
animators and
else.
overall production has been such a tight ship, and for lack of a better term, have been so locked in that they're saving almost everything they have for when the show gets
Thank you guys
closer
for the
to
likes.
its release, so that everyone will be blown away and that pre-animated stuff can just be chalked up to wanting to get some online chatter going to keep the series in people's minds.
Even more likes.
This
Thank you
way
guys.
admittedly does sound like a long shot, although
Oh.
the essence of what I'm saying for the optimistic route is not something that's
What's
unheard
up?
of. I mentioned Dragon Ball
Sajad,
Daima
if I
earlier,
pronounce
and
your
the
name
biggest
right. If I
complaint
didn't,
about
I'm
that
sorry.
anime was before it was released was the general lack of promotional material. Daima had next to nothing tangible
From
shown about it
Pakistan-
for the
Pakistani?
longest time. And when
I'm
it
the
did eventually
Pakistani.
come out, most people's minds were put at ease due
What
to
is
its
up, bro?
quality. It looked great and houses some of the best action Dragon Ball has ever seen. So, in conclusion, I don't think it's time to go full Doom post.
Yeah, I go live every day. Now, some days I do longer than others. Like, lately, the last few days, I've only been going live for like 30 minutes. But, yeah, I go live daily.
Work or something even worse. Keep
I go live daily.
alive, my friends. But anyways, with all that said, that is actually going to do it for this one. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment.
Here's a list of out-of-context things that happened during Grappler Baki.
Baki, a 13-year-old boy, hurls himself off a cliff in order to obtain the near-death focus. Baki fights an opponent so strong he urinates himself twice before resolving the conflict with a make-believe cooking contest. Baki's romantic rival is Muhammad Ali Jr., Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump are all canonical characters, the latter of which soils himself before signing a non-aggression treaty between the United States and the strongest fighter in the world. And finally, my personal favorite, Baki gets into a fight with a 9-foot-tall imaginary
Donations? I don't, well,
mantis.
first off,
This is
I don't have
Baki.
enough like subscribers
Baki
to
is
receive
a martial arts-based
donations.
series following the
So.
life of Baki Hanma, a young competitive fighting
One day,
prodigy
though,
on his
maybe.
quest to one day surpass his father, the invincible and terrifying Yujiro Hanma.
I'm never
The
gonna
series
be
has been
one
in publication
expecting
for
donations, though.
27 years, over
And I've talked
122
about this before. I
volumes,
hate those
divided
donation
into
streams where
4
it's just
separate
people
parts.
sitting there begging
In
for
terms of
donations
anime,
and stuff. It's
Baki has received
pathetic.
a 50-minute 1994 OVA and a 2-season 2001 series, only to fall into hiatus for 17 years, which it only recently emerged from with this year's Netflix original anime simply titled Baki, which I'm very happy about, because despite everything I said in the first 40 seconds of this video, my love
Bro,
for this
Jack, I'm
series
sorry, I'm
is
not making you a mod,
completely
bro.
ironic.
Because I know if I make you a mod, you're just gonna be
There's
annoying.
a heart to Baki that makes it feel different from just about anything else. And to begin to explain why, I'd first like to talk about Baki's author, Keisuke Itagaki. Even among manga authors, Itagaki stands out as someone a little unusual. 2 of his previous titles include the series Make Up-a, which is a manga about, well, makeup, as well as Doge-san, which is a story about a man whose special ability is that he's very good at apologizing. It's easy to see from these titles alone that Itagaki has a
What
very
is up,
distinctive
Dalton?
approach to creating manga, which he himself describes as tools to bring happiness.
Bro,
The
Jack,
thing
quit
that stands
trolling.
out
Bro,
about this
Jack,
manga most, however,
Jack,
is
don't
his
come in my chat
lifelong
doing that, dude.
love of martial arts. Itagaki was obsessed with Kempo as a child and took up boxing in his later years, even becoming a member of the Japanese self-defense force. And you can see this deep affection for fighting just from the sleeves of his manga, which are frequently adorned with photos of his
Yeah, thanks, bro.
encounters
I got a
with
lot of-
variety of fighters
My bed's
from
not made up, but I got a lot of
different
posters and
disciplines.
stuff
And
like
it's
that here.
this love
So,
of martial arts
yeah.
and combat that is so palpable in every
Count made
page
1 hour
of
ago. I don't
in
even
my
know.
video on Dragon Ball Z, I said something to the effect
I don't even
of,
know.
Dragon
I don't
Ball
have the
Z
energy to
wasn't a
get
story
mad about it. I'm
fighting. It was a
freaking
story
tired.
about a group of characters who really loved to fight. And Grappler Baki is like the complete inverse of that. Baki is a series about fighting for fighting's sake. There's no overarching plot mechanics like the search for the Dragon Balls or the quest for One Piece. There's very little character development outside the different fighters' philosophies on combat. But the reason it works is each individual character is imbued with the same love of martial arts and fighting that's so palpable in Itagaki himself. Someone doesn't just do karate in Grappler Baki, it's seen as a system of beliefs that forge the body and soul of that person. With the series
Thanks, Will.
going
Appreciate
to
it, man.
great lengths to illustrate this, often stopping encounters mid-fight to explain the specific techniques each martial artist is using, down to the most minute details, like the particular way an individual fighter will clench their fist. And this can slow the pacing of these fights to a crawl, but it does put across just how much of themselves these characters have poured into mastering
Minecraft?
their individual
That'd
skills.
be cool. I just
And so the
I've talked
drama
about this
comes
before,
with the
bro. I just
question
can't
that
play any
comes when
games,
two
bro. I
of
just
these
get
fighters
bored.
both equally believe in their
I just
own
get so
martial
bored,
art.
bro.
collide.
Games to me aren't
One
fun
of my
anymore. I
favorite
don't know
instances
why.
of this comes in Baki Part 3, Son of Ogre, in which Retsu, a kung fu master who has dedicated his entire life to mastering the 4,000 years of Chinese Kenpo, goes up against the dangerous Pickle, who now, bear with me here, is a 190 million year old Neanderthal who was discovered frozen in a glacier before being thawed out and declared the strongest living creature on the planet. And so, the
But no, if I ever
question
do
this
get back
encounter
into gaming and
presents
stuff,
is,
I'll try to
can
do a live
Retsu's
stream. I've tried to
sublime
do it, like,
technique
gaming
and
live streams a
lifetime of
couple times,
training
but
overcome Pickle's overwhelming raw natural power, with the fight turning into a surprisingly moving meditation on what it is to dedicate your life to
survival
something.
series would be
and
cool.
still
But like I
have
said,
it
I would just get bored of it.
I should also note that the example I've just given is ludicrous. A kung fu master fighting a
Yeah, that'd be
caveman
cool.
is a insane concept for a fight. And what's more, it's one of only dozens of other equally outlandish encounters that occur over the course of the series. Grappler Baki is silly. Really, really silly. But despite this, the story actually takes itself incredibly seriously. There's nothing supernatural in Baki's world, and it never veers into self-deprecation or winks at the audience, which only adds to the absurdity, but it also gives Baki what I can only describe as an
When did I start
endearing level
YouTube?
of sincerity.
I started
The events
YouTube
being
about
portrayed here are
half a year ago,
unbelievable. They are
but I didn't start
ridiculous,
uploading my
but it
videos until about
feels
2
like
months ago, and I
Itagaki
didn't start going
believes them.
live
As a
until
result, we end
about
up kind of
3
believing
weeks
it
ago.
too.
So
And it ends up
For
being
the- for a
difficult
long time,
to
I
get
only posted
drawn into
shorts.
The bizarre logic of Baki's world.
yeah.
When
But
Baki
I've been doing
gets
social
so
media, like,
hard that his body
I started off with doing
liquefies,
Instagram
we
first
believe
back in
it.
December,
When the
so
muscle
this
reveals
December will be a
back
year of
from the
doing
shape
social
of a
media
grinning
content, and then I picked up
demon,
TikTok
we
a couple months after, and then
believe
YouTube.
And I've never really been sure on how self-aware Itagaki
Yeah, dude, we've been
is of
on
this
the
aspect
grind,
of the
bro.
Series, but it's his commitment to his own fiction that's always kept Baki from being just.
I had
another
like
wacky
before I started
martial arts
upload or
series.
before I started going live,
Instead,
I only had
becoming
like 50
something
subs.
strange and even weirdly beautiful. I'm guessing right now the use of the word beautiful is going to have raised some eyebrows among you, especially in relation to how this series looks. And I get that. The artwork of Baki is about the only thing more bizarre than its story. The characters are depicted as these grotesque portraits of masculinity, vascular nightmares of the human form, where anatomy is to be abused and distorted. And I can understand if that's off-putting to a lot of
What's your
people.
question, Will?
But hear me out here. There's a big difference between not understanding human anatomy and having that understanding while actively fucking with it. Break down any of Itagaki's figure work and you can see a very clear, albeit highly exaggerated understanding.
It's currently
of
10:35
human
p.m. for me right now.
musculature, coupled with an intense.
The picture behind me is Batman from the Batman, the Robert Pattinson one.
This illustration of the shoe. Look at the love and observation that's gone into conveying each tiny part of it. And taking drawing like this into account,
Dude, 6:35 a.m. That's crazy. So that's like what, an 8-hour difference? Yeah.
An extremely talented draftsperson.
That's
And so
crazy.
if he wanted to draw more, we'll say reasonable-looking figures, he'd be well capable of it. And so the question now becomes, why does he choose to draw humans like this? The answer being that nothing is more important to Itagaki than illustrating figures that convey weight and power, even at the expense of traditional aesthetic appeal, and it works. There's a sense of physicality and strength to the characters of Grappler Baki that creates a solid, nearly three-dimensional feel.
I
And
haven't
in a story
had, so
where
pretty much
every
just about
major
every
encounter
single thing in
hinges on
here
two
I've
people pitting their
only had
bodies
for
against one another,
like a few weeks.
that feeling of solidity is vital. So,
Not
whatever your
Torque
personal
Beast
opinion of
4.
art style of Baki, I think it's hard to
No.
argue that it isn't at least suited to the story being told. But there's a second layer to Itagaki's technique that elevates the combat of Baki, and that is his mastery of gesture. Gesture is a term used in life drawing, the idea being that any pose of the human body, there is a central line that runs from the base of the feet to the
Did I
tip
make
of the
a
skull.
post?
With
I
a skilled
posted a
artist being
short
able to
and a
identify
YouTube video
that line
today.
and accentuate
And I
it
also
with
posted
a
on
sense
TikTok
of
and Instagram.
movement and intention within their drawing. And this is a technique Itagaki is adept at. Within his illustrations, there's always a very clear and readable central line that flows through the character, and one that, despite all the detail, gives them a sense of momentum and speed. In fact, he's so good at conveying this line, he'll even sometimes extend it beyond the character's body in the form of abstracted punches or kicks, where fists or feet aren't even illustrated, and yet we still
Thoughts on
feel
Clemson
the
LSU? I don't know, bro.
It's the combination of both these principles, Itagaki's ability to imbue weight and physicality into his character work, and to move those characters with a sense of flow and gesture, that gives the fights of Grappler Baki a real feeling of brutality and strife, which in turn communicates
Adios,
just how badly each
Jay McLeod.
competitor wants to win. And so
Macaulay?
every part of Grappler Baki is built around the idea of fighting. There's never a moment in the story when we aren't either experiencing a major fight or building anticipation for the next big showdown. And building anticipation is the final part of what makes Grappler Baki's fights so captivating.
One of the many ways pro wrestling and battle anime are alike is the idea of building heat for a match, to create as much anticipation as possible so that the audience will pay to see the conclusion. And this is something
Don't y'all hate on my mod.
Makoaki is adept at. It has this way of building up its characters so that they feel like these legitimate, dangerous monsters. Meaning when it
I don't know if my audio just kind of glitched, but I'm about to go off the live for tonight because I'm pooped. Thanks for everyone who came out though, and y'all have a great night / day, and